Hey everyone, I'm Bee. Welcome back to Read and Roam. I just heard back from Ranger Avery about the biome writing project. She said, "Hi Bee, I'm so glad you're willing to help out. Here are some questions to help guide your research about your biome. What is the weather like there? What kinds of plants grow there? What kinds of animals live there? Can't wait to see your paragraph soon. Best, Ranger Avery." Perfect! These questions are called guiding questions, and they help us focus on finding the important information. Once we answer them, we'll know our main idea. That's what we need to write a strong topic sentence. Let's get started. In my last video, we talked about how informational paragraphs start with a topic sentence. It tells your reader what the whole paragraph is mostly about. But how do you write a topic sentence if you don't know the main idea yet? That's where research comes in. Before you start writing, you start by learning. Research means finding facts about a topic so you can understand it better. That way, your paragraph isn't just full of random details or guesses. It's focused and clear. That's why we use guiding questions. They show us what to look for and keep us from getting lost in all the information out there. So, how do we research? What do you normally look at when you want to learn something new? I usually check books or search online. Let's start with books. When you want to learn facts, should you use a fictional story or an informational text? You need informational text. That's where we can learn true facts. I got some books from the library that mention the Arctic tundra. Let's see if any of them are informational texts that can help me. The titles are All About the Tundra, The Littlest Polar Bear, 101 Facts About the Tundra, and Adventure in the Tundra. Each book is about the tundra, but not all of them will help with research. Pause here to record which books you think will teach us true facts. Storybooks like The Littlest Polar Bear and Adventure in the Tundra might be entertaining, but they're fiction. For research, we want books like All About the Tundra and 101 Facts About the Tundra. They're nonfiction and full of facts we can learn. Now, what about using the internet for research? When you search online, not every website is helpful. Some might not even be true. That's why we look at the title and the web address. We can use our guiding questions to search for info. For example, we can type in animals in the Arctic tundra. When I hit search, a lot of websites come up. One result is Animals of the Tundra from biomeresearch.org, which means it's from an organization. So this is probably a solid choice. So is this one. This website ends in .edu, meaning it's from a school or researcher. Here's another result. My favorite animals from sarahsdiary.com. Do you think this website is useful for our research? I don't think so. It sounds like a blog, so it's probably someone's opinion or thoughts and not the facts we need. Remember, we want websites that match our guiding question and come from trustworthy places. Once you find helpful research sources, you can read through them to find the information that answers your guiding questions. This is how I conducted my research about the tundra earlier. Let's take a look at what I learned together. I used Ranger Avery's questions to help me research. They were, what is the weather like there? What kinds of plants grow there? What kinds of animals live there? When I answered those questions through research, I learned that the tundra is freezing and snowy, that only a few small plants grow there, like grass, shrubs, and moss, and that some animals there are polar bears, Arctic foxes, and seals. That gave me my main idea. It's freezing, and only certain things can live in those conditions. With this information, I can write my topic sentence. I like using a sentence frame that helps me stay focused. It looks like this. The blank, that's our biome, is a blank place. That's where we put in a describing word. Where blank, that's where we state a main idea. So my topic sentence is, the Arctic tundra is a freezing place where only some plants and animals can survive. This tells the reader the topic, gives a clue about the weather, and shares the big idea I'll explain more about in the paragraph. You can use this sentence frame when you write your topic sentence too. But first, let's practice writing another topic sentence together, this time about a new biome. I did some research on the grassland biome, and I used the guiding questions just like before. Here's what I learned. The grasslands are dry and open, and they have hot summers and cold winters. The main plants there, as you could probably guess, are a lot of grasses. As for animals, there are predators like lions and wolves, and big animals like bison and zebras. Let's think, what's the big idea here? To me, it sounds like grasslands are places where many animals live and grasses grow. We can use that main idea for the topic sentence. Let's build the rest of it now using the frame. The biome is the grassland. What word or words could we use to describe them? Pause here to use my research to fill in a describing word or two for the grasslands. What did you fill in? Open, grassy, dry? We could use any of those, but I'll go with dry and open since it kind of gives a hint to the weather. Now for the main idea we found earlier. We want to mention the animals and plants, so I'll say, where animals live and grasses grow. So the sentence reads, the grassland is a dry, open place where animals live and grasses grow. That sentence is simple and clear for the reader. We could also have said something like, the grassland is a wide, dry place with many grasses and animals. How the topic sentence is worded depends on the writer. A topic sentence should be short and clear. We don't want to use too many details now because we'll save those for the supporting detail sentences. If we listed every animal in the first sentence, we'd have nothing new to talk about later. It'd be really repetitive. You're getting the hang of this. Now, it's your turn to try one on your own. Here's some research on the wetlands. They are wet and marshy areas with standing water. They have warm summers and cold winters. There are many plants like cattails, reeds, and water lilies. There are also a lot of animals like frogs, turtles, ducks, and insects that live in the water. Pause here to create a topic sentence for the wetlands using the sentence frame. You had a lot of options for how to make this. One example is, the wetland is a wet place that has many animals and plants that live in water. As long as you filled in the blanks based on the research, you're good to go. Today, we learned that a topic sentence is the first building block of your paragraph. Through research, we can create topic sentences that tell the reader the topic and what to expect. It's your turn to work on your own writing project now. Use the research and project guide in your lesson materials to keep working. Next time, we'll do more research so we can write some amazing supporting details. Until then, remember, where there are words, there's a world to explore. See ya!